Hello guys, in this video I am going to discuss how we can update a single record or a single row in our database using entity framework in .NET Core. Okay, so before proceeding I would like to request you to please subscribe my channel if you have not subscribed yet to get notifications for the latest updated videos or whatever videos I will update in future. Okay, so now let's proceed for the demonstration. So here you can see I have written a code here to update the record in entity framework in .NET Core. Okay, then what I am going to do, I will use this code to apply the changes in our database for a single particular row. Okay, so here let me explain you the first line here, the line. Okay, but so here you can see we are using this line to get the current logged in user ID. Okay, and then at this line number 5 we are receiving or we are fetching the row which we want to update. Okay, and here I am checking whether it is null or not, the profile info with the variable. Okay, and if it is not null, then we are proceeding for the like assignment of the values. Okay, so here you can see first I am assigning the value of id into this profile variable. Okay, and then I am assigning user id, and here you can see I have applied a condition to check whether this user id is null or not. If user id is not null, then what we are doing, we will assign the value of user id into this user id. Okay, if this will be null, then what it will do, it will assign the user id what we will get from the database. Okay, so we are doing the same changes, same thing for the address. If address is null, I mean if we will get the address null from the object, then we will keep the same address as it is, which is already available at the database. Okay, so let me go to switch to the Visual Studio so that we can understand more about this. Okay, so here you can see this is the endpoint what I have created. Okay, from line number 3 to 5. So here I have given it a root name, update profile inside the account controller, and this is a synchronous control. Okay, and here I have given it update profile, the name. Okay, and here I am checking whether we are receiving the profile data from the backend or not, or from the API, sorry, not the backend, from the API or not. Okay, so if we are not getting the null value, then we will do our coding here. Okay, at line number 322, and if we get profile as null, then we will return the bad request. Okay, so now let me run this project. Sorry, not run. Okay, let me first copy the code. Okay, so let me copy it from here. Okay, and let me paste it here. Okay, so you can see here we have the code here at line number 324. So what we are doing at line number 3, we are actually, this is the claims. Okay, it is the claims which is related to the currently logged in user, and from that we are receiving or we are finding the value of currently logged in user id. Okay, and on behalf of that id we are fetching the profile related information. Suppose if we are let me show you the database. Suppose if we want to change the value of this row. Okay, so if we want to change the value of this row, then it will be updated like any value. Suppose we are having the value of a state, landmark, pin and country code as null. Okay, and we want to update it. So what we will do, we will first, but by after assigning all the values, okay, what we are doing here, we are checking the profile info whether it is null or not. Okay, we checked it actually double time. Okay, we need not to check it here as well because we have already checked it at above. Okay, so let me remove this code. Also let me remove this. Okay, now maintaining the format. Okay, so that's it. So here what we will do, if we are not get like after assigning the proper value to the profile object, we are like we have applied the profile info what we are getting from the database, because this is the same thing what we want to update. Okay, and inside the profile info we are having the data of profile. So you can see here, this is the table, this is the table where we are having the profile information. Okay, and id is the primary key here. Okay, and rest all are the properties, and the same properties we have maintained in our database as well. Actually this is the same video series uh, of ASP.NET Core Web API. What? Okay, so this is the same code what we had implemented in our last video. Okay, so from here we will okay, so from here we will assign this value here, like inside the user id we will pass the user id. Okay, if user id is null, I mean if we are getting null in this profile, the user id, if we get this user id is null, then we will assign this user id what we are getting from the database. Okay, in the same way, if we are getting null address one null from this request body, okay, then we will assign this address id which is already available in our database. Okay, so in the same way, let me we have done all these properties, we have assigned all these properties in the same way, and at last at line number 343, after setting the modified value in the database context, then we are saving the changes into our database. So let me now run the project so we can understand it properly. Okay, also let me put a breakpoint here. So now let me run this. So here you can see it is building the project. Okay, so let it complete. So here you can see our website is now running. Okay, I mean our API is now running. So now let me go to the Postman, and here we need to log in for accessing the profile API. Okay, because we have applied the authorization in the API, so we had done that in the last video. Okay, if you want, if you are like viewing this video at like first time, so please watch its other video series as well. Okay, to get the complete understanding of the process. Okay, so now let me first go ahead and log in. Okay, so now let's wait for the response. Okay, so now you can see we got the response. Okay, and I have copied it. Okay, and then here I am in update profile, and in update profile I have paste. Okay, I have put it here, the access token, and here I have, you can check, let me check the database. Here you can see we want to update it from the address 2 and address 1, as well as I would like to update the state and pin. So we can do that. For that we need to pass it from here. Okay, like address 1. Okay, and it will be, okay, address 1 is already available, so we will not do that. Okay, so it should be like city is also here. Okay, let me check again. Okay, state, landmark, or pin. Okay, so I will update a state. Okay, okay, and the pin. Okay, so the pin will be like, okay, pin will be like 0011001001 actually. Okay, so I want to update this as well. I will put it a meaningful name like National Avenue. Okay, and a street number 7. Okay, and in address 2 I would like to put it okay, so now let me click on send. Okay, I have clicked here, and here you can see we got the breakpoint here. Okay, so we have received these values here. You can see in address 1 we got this, address 2 also we got this, in the city we got this. Okay, and in pin as well as the state. Okay, so now let's me go ahead. So profile is not null, that's why it will skip that line, that block. Okay, and then we have come here 324. Here it will fetch the current logged in user ID. Okay, you can see here it is 2965. Okay, and the same thing which we want to update is here. This is the user ID which we want to update. Okay, and now let me move to the next line. So here we got the profile data from our database. So you can see we are receiving like currently country code is null, landmark null, and all these fields are null. It is the old value. Okay, which is available right now in the database. You can see that. Okay, so now let me go ahead to, so it's not null, that's why we came into this if block. And here what we are doing, we are inside the profile.id, we are passing the actual ID of the profile. Okay, so now we have updated it as 3, and here our user ID is null. So what it will do, it will assign the user ID which is available in the database. So you can see it is coming from the database, it is coming from the request body. Okay, so once I will put F10, then it will update the user ID which is available currently in the database. Okay, so now again the address 1 is old address 1 is, sorry, the new address 1 what we are getting from the API request is this, and this is the old address 1 which is available in the database. You can see that this is the old address. Okay, so we want to update this as well. So you can see here in the address 1 we got the updated. Okay, and again address 1 is the updated one, this is the old one, so it will also not update the address. It will update the address, so it received got the address from here. Okay, basically what this function is doing, if like we are getting profile.address to as null or empty, okay, so it's not getting null or empty, then it will keep the same address to what we are getting from the request body. Okay, otherwise if it is null, then it will assign the value which is already available in the database. Okay, so in the same way the city, okay, city is also updated and the state is also available, so it will also skip this, it will not change. And pin is also, here we have passed this thing and the old pin is null, so we want to update it as well. Okay, and the country code is also is null. Basically, I mean, we already have the country code as null in our database, as well as we got it as null from our request body. Okay, so it will not change anything. So here we have modified the database context. Okay, it is the old context of database, it is the new context of database which we want to set. Okay, and basically both types are same, because this is also the profile type, you can see. Okay, this is also the type of profile in the DB model, you can check here. Okay, and this is also the same thing, this is also the DB model dot profile type. Okay, so now let me go ahead, press F10, so it has updated now in the database. So now we can return here the okay, and now click on continue. So you can see we got the status okay here. Okay, and now let's go ahead and check the database. So here you can see currently we are getting address 1, 2, Delhi, and other things are null. Okay, and what we want to update here, we want address 1 as this National Avenue, state number 7, address 2 as Daryaganj, the state number, this third is the city as Delhi, state is as Delhi, and pin is 110001. So here currently state is null, and we should see the updated state, we should also see the pin number updated. Okay, so now let's me click on execute to view the latest value. Okay, after updation, so you can see here we got the value of address 1, new value of address 1, new value of address 2, city was already available over there, and we got the new value as state Delhi. Okay, also we got the new value of pin. Okay, so we can do once again. So now let me remove the breakpoint from here. Okay, and here what we can do, we can put the landmark, not the landmark actually, we can put the country code. Okay, okay, and it should be IN for India. Okay, so now let me hit again the same API, and you can see we got unauthorized because our token is expired now. Okay, so we need actually I need to generate the token again. Okay, so here we got the new token. Okay, and now let me go ahead to update the profile, and here I need to put the token in the authorization section. Okay, let me send. So now you can see we got the 200 status. Okay, so now let me go ahead, and now I should see the country code as IN, because I have updated it. So you can see now we are getting it as IN. Okay, so like this we can apply, or we can update the database. Okay, in ASP.NET Core. Okay, so till now that's all in this video. Okay, and if you have any queries or any suggestions, so please feel free to write down in the comment section below. Okay, I will be happy to reply or solve your queries. Okay, thank you guys, thanks for watching, have a good day.